My neck of the woods. We back. So today we got Kwame Brown and Charleston White back at it. I'm here purely for the entertainment. Um, I don't really like to see two black men going back and forth, um, especially out in the open on the internet. But people have handle their problems. If it happened on the internet, that's where you address it at. So and it's just internet. It's not in real life. Like my man like to say. I believe that it's two separate things. But the thing with Charleston White though, see what I'm saying? And I'm getting a little bit more comfortable in my space now. Not so much with the editing and stuff, but like talking to y'all and expressing whatever I feel. But so Charleston White, I ain't here to judge nobody, cast no aspersions against anybody or like, but if I'm just gonna critique what I see or go over what I see, and it is what it is. But if you come to the internet or present yourself and saying that you're playing a character, cool. And I think people don't know how to decipher which one is the character and which one is the real person, because sometimes you come out with some real spill um, that doesn't seem like a character mode, and then 2 days later you'll flip and say some crazy stuff, and then you're going to interview and it'll be contradicting to what you said overall. So they're trying to have a nigga scratching the head like what like, but you fall back saying this is my character, don't get caught up in the character. But I feel like, and I understand that 100%, but I feel like sometimes people, or in this instance, Charleston White might be using a character to hide behind some things that he might really feel or say, and then when it's trouble, I'm playing the character, and when it's all good, this is who I am, this is how I'm rocking. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to get on this internet and trying to be famous. Trying to be famous is, anyways, I'll talk about it later. Let's play the video. I'm talking too much. I grew up around junkies. In the hood, you grow up around junkies with people with habits, and it don't always have to be a hard drug like that. The man came online talking about he didn't drink. Then you see him in the airport with that little lot lizard. He drinking Don Julio out the bottle. That's a big jump from going from not drinking to drinking Don Julio out the bottle. Don't y'all think? This nigga ain't started with a glass of wine. This nigga ain't started with a beer. This nigga started with drinking liquor out the goddamn, drinking shots out the bottle. I think this nigga was a drunk uncle. I think he learned game from an older nigga. And he just saying everything that older nigga say that ain't polished enough for TV. Is it just me or like his mouth moving off of, they ain't in the sync? But anyways, yeah, this is the funny part that I'm talking about. He just be going in and saying whatever, cracking on the man, ranking on the man. And I be feeling bad sometimes too, but when you hear Charleston White rebuttal and he say some of the egregious things he say, he be like, God dang, you gotta go hard on him. That's all it is. He's saying shit that you're not supposed to say on TV. And he just saying them. And everybody, because it's so new and you ain't heard this shit, everybody like, oh my God, he's so revolutionary. How revolutionary getting their ass almost kicked everywhere they go? How revolutionary is dropping his addy for motherfuckers that ain't asking for it? And you think I'm gonna make all the money that I made in life and pull up on your location? Are you high? You must really be high. You used to running this dumbass little shit on rappers and niggas that think they tough, I guess. Like you say, I don't think I'm tough. I just don't think you'll come fucking with me. I know that. Yeah, I don't think I'm tough. I just think you better not come fucking with me though. Anybody can say shit that you said, talk all tough and act like the only gun they made is the one we got. I'm not stupid enough to think that, dummy. The nigga say he been practicing and training. Bitch, you ain't got but one eye. Do anybody need to remind you of that? You are a handicap, nigga. You got one eye. No offense to all the handicaps. Now, how does this work?
if you be handicapped, right? And I ain't trying to make fun of no handicapped person, but how does that work? If you handicapped, but you still able to like hurt somebody, but if somebody hurts you, it'll be against the person who ain't handicapped. Like how do like the handicapped people can't get their ass beat at all? Like never? Like if you got one leg and you can kick, or you probably can't kick if you got one leg, but if you got one arm and you can go and punch or something like that, and you can knock a nigga out with one arm, but somebody can't respond and hit you, just gotta stay out the way. Stay out the way. Don't mess with people.
But it's a difference. Nigga, you training at a deficiency. You training with one eye, nigga. How you know I ain't training with two eyes? You better leave me alone, nigga. All that criminal talk, that shit don't work with me. All that you a pussy talk, all that cool. I'm not a rapper, so I'm not gonna prove my tough facts shit.
Somebody text me and tell me like when I'm like or put in the comments like how you I gotta find out how I blurt out a lot of these curse words and like I'm trying to get my channel up. I ain't trying to get my channel straight. Shit.
I just know you ain't gonna come fuck with me. I'm at an age where nigga I'm not trying to prove a motherfucking thing. You can expect what you want, you can say what you want. I done told you what I told you though. Don't come fucking with me, nigga. And whoever told you whatever, y'all was gossiping together. So keep gossiping, bitch. Because you wasn't in no room with me and Michael Jordan. So anything that you
yeah, man, see that's what I be trying. I said that last video. How do people nowadays tell people what their profession is and what they should be doing and they ain't never did it? Even if you have done it on a smaller level, you haven't done it on the highest level. Like if you was practicing doctoring in school, but you never made it out of school to being a surgical doctor or be in the office or be in a room like that, just because you was a doctor in the school, you went to school to be a doctor, but you didn't finish, you can't then go tell a doctor what to do in a surgical room like you've been in there under like high procedures and stuff. You have no valid. You have no credibility. You're not valid. So somebody who's never played basketball, I know this nigga ain't never played basketball. Charleston White, you know what I'm saying? How he gonna tell anybody in the NBA, let alone basketball, period, what goes on in the locker room from what you read and what you've seen? And I believe what you read, what you see, what they put out there in the media, or whatever, might be a small, minute. I don't even know the percentage. I'm gonna give it like I'll give about 25%, and I feel like I'm being nice because a lot of the podcasts that's coming out now, and like some of the stories I'm hearing, like from like um, different NBA players putting out podcasts, Jeff T's podcast, Gilbert Arenas' podcast when they had it. It's not just football podcast now, but the Gil's Arena. I think Jeff T is 520, something like that. Tony Allen and Zach Randolph got one. I watched Carmelo 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Carmelo Anthony. They got these basketball stories that you hear, and it's like it's nothing about what we seen. The stories that the media put out. These popular trending every year clips that they put out, and the stories are totally different. So um, I don't even listen to what the media says. Like it's almost crazy and funny to even. But that's for another topic. But anyways, yeah, that's for another day.
Speaking about me and Michael Jordan, that means you taking little shit that you heard offline, just like a bitch, just like you say you don't do, that you will get, you do the same shit that you be talking to other people about. You ain't saying nothing new. We just got lames and L7s. Salute to you, Russ. Yeah. Nigga, straight up cow. You ain't never seen this nigga do nothing in real life to make no money other than running his goddamn mouth. Nigga, when you did talk about making some money, you was talking about goddamn selling real dinners at the Classy Lady, bitch ass nigga. You don't know how to do jack shit but run your goddamn mouth and get somebody dumb enough to pay you for it.
Nah, I'm gonna let y'all go check out Kwame Brown's live and finish the video. But I just want to know though, being egregious, being crazy online, and being saying wild stuff, do you think it has consequences, or do you think it's just a character so people get in their feelings on the internet? Not saying that Kwame Brown's in his feelings, but I'm saying, do you think that people should be moved by what people say on the internet, or is it just the internet? Leave a comment below. Tell me how I feel. Subscribe. Hit a like, dislike. Either one, let me know. Y'all be good. I'm out this thing. Peace.